point, you said, I just remember being shot by your client. You know, almost being killed by your client. That's what I remember.
If you think that's the, yo, go get my paperwork.
This is your paperwork.
No. I'm saying,
this is
I'm saying, hold on. But that's from the recordings, right?
No.
The recordings.
No.
From what?
This is from the court date, the trial.
Right.
I got the whole.
Right. No. But a lot of that is from recordings, and then you have to look at it to see which one is the stand and which one was the recordings. They are basing. See, this is where the recordings come in, and they're basing everything. His defense is basing everything on what I said from the recordings. We knew they're going to do that. That's all. That's the recordings. That's not me saying it on the stand. That's what I'm telling you.
Okay, so you read it. This is coming here with fake
paperwork.
Bro, you sent the link to me. You told me to. So page 4-140.
Page 4. So yeah. So then that's all the recording. Then see, you got to go back to the way back where I took the stand. You're not. See, Benzino didn't take the stand. I mean, it says it right there. You got to read the whole. Benzino takes the stand. That's not me on the stand.
Okay, that's not you on the stand. So anybody could go look that up themselves.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's easy. I'm not.
But, okay, let me ask you this. Do you know this phone number? No.
Bro, I'm out, man. I can't do this number. What number is that? I don't even know that number. What number? How am I gonna know this number?
Is that not your phone number? That wasn't your phone.
That's my number.
All right,
wait a minute. Hold on. You said that is my number?
That wasn't your phone number.
I never had no number.
Your phone.
I'm not doing this.
Come on,
I'm not doing this.
That's what we doing.
I'm not doing this, bro.
Come on, man. All right.
In my life, bro.
This your opportunity to tell yourself.
Come on, let's finish the interview. I can move on to a different question. Let's move on. Let's talk about something else. Give me.
I'm not doing this.
Because this dude raising his.
What dude? What? I came to do your interview, and that's it.
You came to do
I
it.
like the way you're doing the interview. I have that right. It's okay. And it's keep it moving.
I know. You ain't keeping it real gangster with this nigga because.
Gangster? Who we talking, man? Well, hold on. D, who we talking about here, man? Who we talking about? Ring, and I'll beat you, Curtis. Yeah. Me and you could get in the ring for that money. 3 rounds. I'll whoop you. You big and sloppy and too stiff. And I don't believe all that Golden Glove shit. All right, we're going to put that to the side. Mayweather, holler at me. Believe me. I'll be his Huckleberry. How the snitch when he was the first one that called him and said that the first one, before any statement that I made anything, he said he shot me. Let's make that clear. All right. Months go by. It's time for the grand jury. Now the grand jury is going to be the jury that got picked to see that if he's going to get charged with attempted murder. In Boston, anything over the waist, attempted murder. Anything below the waist, assault with a dangerous weapon. Above the waist is 15 years and up. Everybody knows that. We get to the grand jury. They ask me, do you know who? I said, nah, I don't know who shot me. Now that's in the paperwork. The grand jury, you can go get the paperwork. They said, nah, I said, I don't know who shot me. I said, I was dizzy, I was fucked. You said this, I said, I don't know what I was saying. I was panicking, I was blanking out, I was saying anything. I was in the ambulance, I said anything. I was in the hospital, I was under medication, I was saying anything. They said, okay, fine. Months now go down, it's time to go to court. They tell me and say, they tell my lawyer, God rest Mr. Leppo, they said, he has to come in court. I said, I'm not coming to no court. I already told the grand jury I don't know who shot me. If you don't come to court, we're going to give you 6 months contempt. Ain't this a... I said, okay. Me, my father, went to court in Brockton. My nephew was sitting there with his lawyer, big fat. They're looking at me like, it's funny because they said, if you can see who's in the courtroom, point them out. I said, I don't see anybody. If you can see who shot you, point them out. I said, I don't see anybody. It was that simple when I left. There was another 10 witnesses that were white people and everything that were on the highway that witnessed him shooting me. Because I said that he didn't shoot me, he got 18 months for shooting in a dwelling around people. That's what he got charged with. If I would have said he shot me, he would have did 15 years. 15 years. So I don't give a no internet. I'm solid. 50 cents, your pussy. Nephew, your pussy. If any motherfucker, if there's any real issues, I'm not hard to find. But that's a fact. What I just said was fact. We don't gotta, and the paperwork's out there. So I don't want to hear about no snitching shit. I want to hear it.
Yo, 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 it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as Benzino responded to 50 Cent jumping out there today after he came across that clip right there in the beginning from the Ghetto Report podcast. And I had a link in the description where y'all can watch that in full as Benzino made appearance a few days ago on there to clear up his name on some snitching allegations that it came up that were discussed on that show. And it's a Boston-based platform where Benzino's from, so he decided to come back and say his side of the story. Well, it got real heated up in there. They started going back and forth and things about what happened, what statements was made and everything with the case for an incident where Benzino was shot at his mother's funeral, and most definitely condolences to their entire family, all their loved ones, and God bless her soul. But as he was shot there by his nephew, supposedly, they was having some family issues. Benzino wasn't supposed to go to the funeral, and he told the cops in the heat of the moment, as he said right there himself, like, I was shot, I was panicking. He had told, according to Benzino, his nephew had told the police while he was shot up, hey man, he had a gun on him, he was finna shoot at me, and Benzino was saying, well, like, nah, bro, this nigga shot me, nigga, I'm shot up, I ain't got no gun, he shot me. So then he said, hey, I went on the stand and told them that, hey, he did not shoot me, I don't see the guy who shot me and stuff, as in, hey, I didn't send him to prison. The people that was there, they the ones that said he shot me. Everybody else, the other witnesses there, that's the reason he went to prison for the time, because he was shooting in the dwelling and stuff like that, not for shooting me. If I would have came and said he shot me, he would have got 15 years or something like that. And I don't know the entire breakdowns. People can look into that how they want to. I just want to come on here and make sure I let Benzino's side be heard, because I did cover earlier today that 50 Cent had threw it up on the gram and was laughing and joking about it and mocking them and stuff like that. 50 and him been going back and forth on social media for a little bit now, and I didn't want to just let, I'm going to put up 50 part, but not let Benzino speak his piece. He say he don't look at what he did as telling and snitching. He's saying, hey man, I came, I didn't send them to prison and stuff. They wanted me, they forced me to come to court. They told me I had to come to court. I did not point them out. And this is one of them ones, like I said earlier, Benzino put himself in this situation. Now, of course, you don't want that stuff on your name. If you don't feel like you're told, you don't feel like you sent nobody to prison, whatever, you know, that's that. But, and you know, people gonna defend their name, especially in their hometown. But once you go to this platform, you knew it was gonna be hostile. Then the host of the show said, nigga, you sent me the link for the paperwork, nigga, so you knew what they was on. You knew they was gonna break it down. He got turned up and walked out. They started to, it just went all the way left. With 50 Cent catching that, he most definitely threw it up there and put it up in everybody's face. But for Benzino, like I say, defend your name, you got to defend your honor. I get it. But when you go put yourself in situations like this at times and you know it's going to be hostile, you throw a gasoline on the fire for a nigga like 50 Cent to go use it as ammo, which you know that nigga, that's just what he's going to do. But Benzino, I'll be covering this nigga because he is funny, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. When that nigga be getting mad, bro, I'm gonna laugh. I'm like, bro, I can't help it, dog. That nigga funny when he be mad, bro, because he be dead serious. That nigga say he'll whoop 50. He want to box that nigga. Why do niggas always say Mayweather set it up, too, when it's like time to get into some boxing and squabbling, like Mayweather the only nigga that can set up the boxing? I don't know. Niggas always just drag Mayweather into it. Y'all ever notice that, man? But it's entertainment, man. Benzino will calm down. It'll blow over. They'll be all right, man. I do think that certain times, certain niggas, they just, it's the internet, bro. It's the internet at times. And certain people on the internet, man, they playing the game. Certain niggas is trolling. Certain niggas is in their feelings. Me, I'm the type of person, when it comes to this internet, I get it. And it can get very disrespectful. It get out of pocket. People play with you, you know what I'm saying, whether they have the right to or not, whether they justified or not. It's just gonna always be a rotation, as I told y'all. The controversy, chaos, conflict, confrontation, all being part of the conversation to keep the algorithm in rotation. The capital C's, man. Tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos, all at 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.